Okay, so we have ranked draft throne of Eldraine. That's what we want. As always, we will pay some gems because that's what we have. And Doom Foretold is our first. That is a very weird card. I don't like it as a first pick at all. What else might we have? Keeper of Fables. I think that's strong. A 4/5 for 5 with definite upside, so I kind of like that. And green, I think, is a good color, so all good there. Covetous Urge, obviously very heavy into blue or black, as we can see, similar for the Rampart Smasher. Provisions, I don't like. This is okay, filler in a Knight's deck. I'm not really seeing a whole lot else that is pulling me towards in some other direction. I think it has to be the Keeper of Fables, and since there's nobody here to debate anything, that's what we've got. Okay, interesting. Another Covetous Urge. Rally for the Throne, not impressive. I don't know. Do I like that? I think I'd rather go for a burn spell at this point. Depending on what else we may see here. I think it has to be the burn spell. There's really not a lot here that is very exciting. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go for. Let me just give myself an extra moment. Actually, I'm going to adjust something. Because I'm not hearing my voice come through my monitor here on the laptop. Okay, since I'm not hearing that, it is coming through on the stream. Okay, it is coming. So I'm wondering why I'm not hearing it through my laptop speaker. Okay, well, if I get any guests and they can't hear me, then so be it. I hope they will let me know. Okay, so meanwhile, Dragonfire it is. The Mad Ratter is strong if we possibly go over to blue for card draw, because green is not looking very strong right now. The green options in the previous pack were not real high, so maybe the Ratter. These are all. This is fine, but again, not a reason specifically to pivot towards white. Similar for these on black and these on blue. This is, yeah, I feel like the Ratter has real upside, and all these others are replaceable. So let's try the Ratter. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere with it. So here's some card draw. That could be a thing. Drown in the Loch. We haven't started with either of those colors, so not very interesting. Reef Soul is fine. We could take that as to speculate into some black for the removal. This can help us with the Mad Ratter thing. Has blue been looking open? Hard to say. So at this point, I think really the only two possibilities are the Tome Raider to see if we can go through get to a blue and red deck, or the Reef Soul as just a solid bit of removal. Oh, so I see a familiar face in chat. Given our our general guideline of not calling people out. I hope he will make himself known. If you are paying attention, you can see. Actually, you can't see. Let me move the chat stream. You can see that we have these cards thus far. So for this pack, I feel like either the Tome Raider can help us to move towards the Mad Ratter card draw synergy thing, or the Reef Soul as just, as I said before, decent removal. I feel like Tome Raider is more likely to come around again, so I'm going to go with the Reef Soul in order to stay a little bit more open. And here's another Reef Soul, so that might have been the way to go. On the other hand, the Opt can also help us with the card draw thing. But I really like my my removal. I'm gonna go for that. Mystical Dispute, no thanks. This is fine removal also with the card draw, so that's not bad. I think that's going to be our pick because there's not a whole lot else here that really grabs me. And by the way, since I see that the chat room is filling up a little bit, I'm just a little concerned that everybody can hear me. If anybody can't hear me, please type in a comment to that effect, and I'll see if I can discover what's going on with that. Okay, transformation is fine. Take a closer look at that. Loses all abilities. That's what we like. The Tree Folk is fine. I'm actually liking that. Okay, hi Misaki. Thanks for chiming in. Glad you can hear. The reason I'm concerned is because I always set the laptop as an additional monitor, and I don't know why, but I'm not hearing any sound coming from it. So it's an old laptop that's kind of on its last legs anyway. Okay, back to our draft. I think the Tree Folk is probably what we want here. Not really seeing anything else here of great interest. Cauldron's Gift maybe, but I don't think so. Okay, Tree Folk it is. So green is looking reasonably okay so far. Our second color, it could really be anything at this point. Possibly black. We have the two decent removal spells. Red, we have this removal. I feel like the ship may have sailed on this Mad Ratter possibility. Excuse me. So with that in mind, I think our rider is probably what we want. We may get some food synergies. At the very least, a 3-1 for 2 is not terrible. No thanks. Foreboding Fruit is fine. Card draw suits me fine. Let's go with that. Memory Theft, not very interesting. What does this do? So it's a 2-2. At worst, it's a Grizzly Bear. There may be a little bit of upside to it. The Memory Theft, I think not. The Gingerbread, what does this do again? I can create a food token. I think I'd rather go for the Squire at this point. I guess I'm going to get another one. Let me grab a Sorcerer's Broom. If we're leaning towards black and green, then presumably some food synergies should be coming along. Nothing here for us. Red is still an outside possibility. So do we like the Barge Inn better or the Dwarven Mine? Maybe the Dwarven Mine. Okay, and both of these are not going to be very interesting for us. Giant Killer, strong card. If we're green, we could splash for this. Okay, so I'm liking this. The Dragonfire is nice. But this will kill a big creature and tap things down if we can make it work. Burning our trainer, I don't think so for how we're looking right now. The Dragonfire, as I say, black is not necessarily where we're going to be, although we have these 3 okay cards. I'm very tempted to take the Giant Killer. Possibly white will turn into a thing, in which case we'd end up green-white. Okay, that's not a terrible place to be. Not seeing a whole lot else here that really grabs me. I think it has to be the Giant Killer. Let's take that. Let's see what we get. And white has immediately been shut in our face. Okay, so be it. That's not looking real good. The Giant Skewer, if we stay black and green. Not crazy about Tolls and Beanstalk. The Scarecrow. The Grum might be cool indeed. Hello, Radalorian. Thank you for stopping in. And again, just to be sure, I'm assuming you can hear me okay. Morning. Where are you located? Because for me, it is afternoon. If you don't mind my asking where you're located. While you're answering that, I'm going to see what else we have in the way of non-humans. It seems to be quite a lot. Well, here's a human. And here's a human. West Coast. Ah, okay. My eldest son lives in Oakland, California. I think I'm happy to take the Grum Gully because I'm really not seeing anything else here that I feel like we'd be missing out on. Sure, let's go for that. So we're our 3rd card into a second pack rather, and I feel like we're still unclear where we might be going. This is fine for a Knights deck. If we stay in black, this would be fine. If we stay in green, this would be okay. I feel like I'm at a crossroads. The Runerock Knight. Any suggestions? I'm really at a loss here. The Venerable Knight is fine as a white card, but we're not clearly going into white as of yet, and really it shines in a Knight deck, not as much in any Garden Variety white deck. We could grab an artifact in order to sort of postpone our final lane selection, but it's unexciting to put it mildly. So the alternative is to get another green card. Falmire is the pick. That's a fair question. Go Jund. Jund is red, green, and black. 3 colors scares me a little bit. I think I am going to go for the Knight. I do like the Death Touch, and I do like these Reeve Souls. Hey, Sacrifice, it's great to see you, man. How you doing today? So, quick recap for those who are just joining us. Keeper of Fables was our Pack 1 Pick 1. We've picked up these other things in the meantime. This was Pack 2, which it was a pretty weak pack. Picked up a couple of Reef Souls along the way. Pack 2, Pick 1, we picked the Giant Killer. There were no other particularly strong cards in that pack, and Giant Killer is very good. I'm tempted for the Knight at this point. Let's go with that. Interesting. Hello, Joe. Good to see you guys. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to make a deck. What kind of a question is that? I hear that. We are very spread out, no question. Green is, I think, our most solid color thus far. Red is looking weak. Black is better. I feel like I'd prefer to move towards black. Okay. I prefer to move more towards the black and green approach. To that effect, Bell of the Brawl might work for us. It's a 3/2 menace. Even with no other knight synergies, it's fine. The Marrowleaf Rider is also whatever. The Spore Cap Spider is also whatever. Yeah, okay, that works for me. So I think black-green is fine in that case. I think that Bell is what we want. The alternative is to grab more removal with the barrage. I like the Bell. If there are any objections, now's the time. Green card here, not very interesting to us. The Wicked Guardian is not bad if you have the creatures to support it. So here's one. No. Yeah, so the Flaxen Intruder does not look very good. The Guardian also is... Which always which? I'm not sure what... Oh. Yeah, sorry, Joe. I'm not sure what witch you're talking about. Which witch are you talking about? Yeah, I don't see anything better for us right here. So that's fine. Not much. I think Golden Egg is definitely what we want if we're going to splash. Yeah. Makes total sense to me. Yeah. Absolutely. So here we have the Swordmaster. Good with knights. Otherwise, it's a Child of Night, which is not terrible. Another Curious Pair, right? And the Appetite. Yeah. I think we're all in agreement on that one. If we were white, well, we're not. No sense in even talking about it. Another broom, perhaps, for any food synergies that are coming along, but we've been seeing very few. We actually have hardly any. We have the egg, and that's kind of it, I think. Anything else? No, not really. I think Curious Pair is what we want. We already have the one Squire. Yeah, I think it has to be the Curious Pair. If there are no opinions otherwise, then that's what we're going with. Another Tree Folk is not bad, but here we have a little bit of the food thing, so not terrible. What do we like better, another broom or a witch? I think the witch actually is better for us at this point. Unless we like a second Tree Folk. We have one so far. Witch always witch. I was just thinking of the curve. Here's what we look like. I'm going to take the Mad Router out because no matter where we end up, I'm pretty sure that's not going to make it. This guy, don't know. Tempting Witch is fine. The dwarves, the skewer. This could help us with food. I think it has to be the skewer at this point. Not interested in Beanstalk. That's a little late to start speculating into 7 dwarves. Yeah, I think it has to be the skewer. Boy, I really wish that monitor would behave. Another eye collector. We already have 2, believe it or not. This is all terrible, so let's go for the weapons rack. Is there any reason to even consider a roving keep? Sport Cap Spider is fine. Sure. Tall as a beanstalk. I think it's unlikely to make our deck. As is this. Alright, pack 3. Huh. That's funny. So we have some decent cards here. We have the Reef Soul. We have Sir Farron. We have the Order of Midnight. All worthwhile cards. Which do we like better? In the absence of anything else, I think I would pick one of these. Reef Soul, we may see 1 or 2 more as the pack progresses. I do like the Order of Midnight. It has always done good work for me. I'm fine with that. Yep. All true that. Let's see. No thanks. The carriage is fine. I think we might take the carriage. And again, the alternative is another tree folk. I think I like the enchanted carriage. Does anybody see anything that they like better than the enchanted carriage? If not, that will be my selection. Ooh, Oathsworn Knight. Interesting. So we have that. I'm not crazy about the Oathsworn Knight because, I mean, it just becomes a 3/3, then a 2/2, then a 1/1. So I don't know. Order number 2 is not bad. I'm not seeing anything I like better. Have people had good experiences with the Oathsworn Knight? Tell me what you think of the Knight. If I had more graveyard recursion, then maybe, or even bouncing. We have no graveyard recursion so far. With some equipment, we do have the Giant's Skewer, which is interesting. I feel like the Order of Midnight is a safer pick. Let's go with that. Yeah, I agree. It's not amazing at all. Another Witch, maybe. I could get a Return to Nature to main deck. I think main decking artifact and enchantment removal is not bad. I could take another Grum Gully, which would be interesting. 1 return would be solid. I hear that. Let me just... Okay, I'm going to move the Giant Killer to the side. We can always bring it back in. So I just want to see how many humans we have here. So he's a human, and there are 2 of them. Also human. Also human. Also human. Okay, so we have a fair number of humans, so I don't know how effective this Grumgo is going to be. So I think our return to nature is probably fine. More junk for us. I think another rider is what we have to take here. The halberd is also we have a fair number of humans, so I think it has to be the rider. So be it. The Wildwood Tracker. Ugh, it's unexciting to put it mildly. The alternative is to get a Scarecrow, if we still have any splashing ambitions. Hello, Substance. Good to see you, man. Been a while. How you been? I am good. By the way, while I'm thinking of it, is there anybody here who has not gotten a code for the level up? I still have a few left over from the early access event. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, I see that I have you listed as one recipient. So as I say, I still have a handful more that I could give out. Meanwhile, for our draft, this pack is not looking terribly interesting. I feel like it can. Yeah, there's some food things going on with this, but meh. I feel like it has to be either the tracker or the scarecrow, and they're both just uninteresting. Oh, the Roaststone Acolyte is fine. We could go with that. Yeah, I think we want the Acolyte here. The alternative is the Prophet as just a piece of beef. But I think the Acolyte is what we want. And as you said, there's that tree folk. Did wheel as you predicted. Pretty sure that's what we're going to take right now. There's nothing else here of interest. Boy, this is like a Marrowleaf Rider deck. We could get some more fruit. We could get a Hengewalker, another Rider. Oh, this is a different pack? Okay. So it didn't wheel from that pack. It wheeled from another pack? Reaper of the Night. Yeah, sure. Another Tree Folk? Oh boy. How many of those do we really want? Well, there's nothing else here that is really of interest. So, 3 Tree Folks to buff our creatures along the way, and a Tracker. Let's see what we're looking like so far. We have not taken the Tracker. We already have 2 Tree Folk. I feel like the Tracker has to be our pick here. There's really nothing else. And if we get it out early, it might do some decent work. Ah, Clown Baby, thank you so much for the subscription. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Pick number wrong. The Ents. The Ents go marching one by one. I missed a few of the remarks. Didn't wheel. Sure. Another Tree Folk. I'm fine with that. You guys. Here's the tracker anyway. Do we like this better or the combat trick? I think the combat trick actually could do something for us. I only have a vague idea of what you guys are talking about there, but I have to admit it sounds intriguing. Beats. We could either get a 1-drop or this battle trick. I kind of like the battle trick. Any preferences? If no preferences, battle trick it is. What do we got here? The quarry. Another witch? How many of those have we got so far? 1? Sure, now we have 2. We already have... I'm going to take the shepherd for my collection. And we end up with our wolf's quarry anyway. Cool. Alright, we have a lot of cards to cut. The weapon rack, I think, is disposable. The sorcerer's room, I don't know yet. The only red cards we could splash for... The only red cards we could splash for are... the Dragonfire and the Grum Gully. Do I have enough? Let me see how many non-humans I have. 1. 2, 3. 2, 3. Not so many. 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 7. 8. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. 12. What do you think, folks? So there are 12 non-human creatures here. Will Grum Gully do anything for me? Trouble is it will destabilize our mana base, although we have 2 ways of splashing for him. Alright, well let's get rid of other stuff while we're deciding on that. I think Lash can go actually. Swordmaster, Curious Pair, Gardening Squire, I don't think is very good. The Broom, I'm not so sure. Transformation, Return to Nature, Golden Egg, these are all fine. Black-green, it is so far. Squire Swordmaster. Alright, if we drop him, I agree, he's not terribly exciting. I think 2 witches maybe... Oh, Wolf's Quarry, yes, of course, thank you. Broom. Curious Pair. Okay, so how about this Wicked Guardian? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think the Guardian is okay. Okay, so there were... Yeah, I think the Wicked is okay in this deck. There's a decent number of creatures that can withstand its hit. How many creatures are there? We have 16 creatures. The Golden Egg is fine. We don't need a whole lot of fixing. But it does give me the card draw, and it contributes to what little food synergies we do have. Maybe the Golden Egg could go. The alternative is to run a 41 card deck, which I'm not crazy about, but it's doable. Cut 1 Tree Folk. I hear that. Yeah, 2 is still a decent number. Rubble Belt Rioters. Rubble Belt Rioters. I don't even remember what that is. Reminds me of the Rubble Belt Rioters. Okay, so you lost me on this one. I think we have a deck. We can see how it does. Any last minute changes? Any last minute changes? If not, let's see what we can do. Human Berserker. Got it. Thank you, Rattlorian. Okay, let's see what we can do with our black-green deck here. For those of you who missed my opening remarks, when I did finish out Wednesday's draft, I did end up with a 5-3 record, which is not terrible. I guess I'll keep. I really need some green, but we have stuff that we can start with. I think we need to keep, especially since we are on the play. If there are any comments to the contrary, make them known now. And here we go. I think we're going to start with our Order of Midnight. Oh, a mill deck. Yay, yay. What did he get? Some good stuff. Well, oh, I was going to say I can get back the Order of Midnight with, but I can't. Oh my. So this may be a very quick game if his milling strategy goes as it seems to be going. Let's see what he does next. Okay, that's a thing. Interesting. I don't know that I want to draw too many cards. 5 turns in a row. That is painful. Secret Creeper. That's insane. Ooh, Sir Conrad, he may be planning on getting him back with his own recursion. We'll see. Nice. Well, I'm getting plenty of lands. Let's equip. Yeah, that's fine. Let's actually do it this way. And let's see if we can't race to the end. If I can keep things reasonably stable for 4 more turns, that'll be that. But we shall see. To untap his queen. Good for him. I could get rid of his monitor if I needed to, but certainly I don't need to at this time. Oh, this is fantastic. Let's play a land. Let's buff this guy. One Reef Soul will ruin my day, or at least this game. Ooh, yeah. Alright, not so terrible because I can get back some of my creatures. Okay. So what do we want to get back? We could get back the Enchanted Carriage. We could get back the Other Order of Midnight. We could get back the Keeper of Fables. Yeah. So we can play him and use him to pull back something else. I think that's fine. Assuming I can keep a usable deck in the meantime. At this point, I think I like him. And if we can swing in for 6 for each turn, that would be great. The foreboding fruit I could use on him if I need to. Oh, this is good. So this is going to cost... yeah, let's do it and hope he has no counter. There's a good chance he has. Didn't say please. What do you think, people? I could start with the tree. Let's start with the tree folk. If he counters it, then... Okay, the thing is, with this, I can pull back the tree folk with my guy. Bait with the midnight. 1, 2. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Thank you, Misaki. Alright, let's try Truant Veil. No, let's just equip at this point. And I still have up the Order of Midnight, so let's attack. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Sacrifice. Wow, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, and... Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Destroy target enchantment. Auto pay. Nice. Nice. I liked that a lot. Okay, so now we're going to equip him. We're going to pump him, rather. Yeah, that's fine. Let's swing with everybody. Oh, come on. And who shall we bring back? Let's bring back a tree folk with our order. Do we like the tree folk, the carriage, or Keeper of Fables? Keeper of Fables. Draw? I'm not understanding. Oh, with the fruit, yes. Why not indeed? What does the adamant do? Oh, yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3. Add 1 mana of any color. The only trouble with drawing is that I only have 11 cards left in my library. Interesting that he played that land, because it just enables... Well, my Reaper's been, can't think of the word. It's been nerfed. Okay, let's try Troon this on him. Lead with the... Okay, so here's what I'd like. I have a little time. I'd like to spend 4 mana to pump him. If I need to, I can retrieve him if it gets countered with the Order of Midnight. If I spend 2 mana on the egg, again I draw a card, which is good and bad. And you're right, it is a creature. Yes, thank you. Okay, good point, people. Egg it is. Yeah, that's fine. Velvet Ball, a Brawl, interesting. So I'd like to equip. I'd like to equip him, and then follow up with slam the 6/5. Sure, why not? All sounds good, people. Okay. I'm going to... Is it worth it to equip in case he has any things? Should I bother to equip my flyer? Oh, yeah, so much for that. Okay. As always, you guys are the best. Alright, we go on to game 2. Off to a good start. So for those of you who haven't heard, next week I will be one of Wizards of the Coast's featured streamers on Arena. They are sponsoring me for the week. I think that is very cool. I'm very pleased about it. Will it make an actual difference in my life? I don't know. But it'll be fun no matter what. So we're gonna keep this. I did not see any spoilers today. How did they look? Is there any reason to hold on to this for value? I would just as soon play it. Is there any reason to hold on to the knight? I feel like slamming it and trying to get in. Yeah, you think? Okay. I will follow your advice because I know that you are a superior player, certainly compared to my skills. That's true. let's get our skewer going. So we both have an artifact out, but his has some interesting things to recommend it. Okay, let's start with our witch. Okay, so with this hand, there are actually a lot of things that I can be doing. Alright, I can make him discard cards. I could equip the witch. So lots of good options here. Yeah, and the fact that he, as you say, missed a drop is make it dead. I like the equipping and smashing. Oh, no. So target a creature. And sure, I'll continue to hold onto him as a possible blocker if need be. Ah, there's his third land. Let's see what he can do with it. He can annoy me. That's one possibility. What did he take? Reaper? Okay. That is correct. So let's go ahead and attack, and we'll play our other witch. Can't do that yet, so we're done. Sacrifice of food, target player. So interestingly, 1, 2, 3, 4, get him to 10. So if these can stay on the board, technically he was really starting the game at 14 life. Oh, I need to let this resolve. Yes, resolve. So he's presumably looking for some lands. Yeah, that's what that's exactly what I'm thinking. Of course. He whiffed on the lands. Poor bastard. Oh, we don't know. What am I saying? He may have scryed into 2. In the meantime... Okay, so yeah, we're going to draw a card and... yeah, let's draw first and see what we draw. That's interesting. Let's put a couple of counters on this guy. Oh no, I don't have enough lands. I need 4 to do that. So let's play a land. Can't do it this turn quite so. But we will play the knight. Yep, exactly. Okay. He may have a creature, but he just doesn't want to play it because he knows that I can remove it. I don't know. It might be in his interest to do so, just to pull it out of my hand. But I don't know what else he has in his hands waiting to be able to play. Maybe he did whiff on the scry. There he goes. Yeah. He fell too far behind. What are we in? Gold? No, gold 3. Woohoo! Alright, off to a good start here so far, my friends. Pulse of Marasa. Alright, we move on. feel like I have a stone in my shoe because this laptop is still not making any noise. Very annoying. By the way, have any of you people tried to highlight any of the cards or to hover over any of the cards? In other words, is my cardboard live working? Can you see the cards with those? Ah, that's annoying. And Deckmaster doesn't seem to be working these days either. Alright, if any of you have any sources to go to help me with that, that would be great. I think we have to keep this. We have both of our colors, and I have a little removal. So, I think we have to keep this. Slow game so far. I like the witch a little bit better to start, rather than the spider. I don't know that it makes a huge amount of difference. So, Mr. Baron Squirrel, play something. The suspense is killing me. Okay, that's a good one to reeve. Return to nature, no good targets. Wonder if he has a bunch of Grumgullies, that would be annoying. Ooh, Ratter. Interesting. Tempting Witch, that's fine. Let's play the Witch first. What am I saying? Oh, for some reason I thought it was the Wicked Witch. Keeper. I would love to play. Oh, I can play the Keeper. Yes, absolutely. And we have no good attacks. And goodbye. I suppose I could have attacked with the witch in the hope that he wouldn't block. This has Death Touch, that's annoying. Luckily, I have a Reef Soul to get rid of it. And we can follow with the Spider or another Witch. Actually, the Spider, for now. I'm going to send in. Are there any one black? Yeah, that was my question. I was wondering if he has any tricks that could trade for the Tempting Witch. Right, Red Cat. That's nice. Let's play a Forest. At this point, let's play the Spider. Yeah, because it is a non-human. Exactly. See? You know? Beanstalk Giant. Now that's going to be a problem. Alright, well, let's bring out the Witch. can race the giant. Oh, well, yeah, but if he just hangs back, he'll give himself. Yeah, I mean, if he just keeps his back as a big dumb blocker, he can sort of develop his board at leisure. Well, let's see what happens. And if he can get any of his card draw synergies going. Oh, that's annoying. Do we have answers for the Ratter? We already used 2 of our Reef Souls. I have the, whatever it is, transformation that would turn it into a 3/3 elk. We could turn that into an elk. No, I have the something transformation that turns it into a 3/3 elk. That's interesting. Sure, let's play it. Kenrit's transformation, thank you. Anything I can do here? Not really. Kenrith's. That's an easy name to remember, right? I think that's it, though. Oh, that's also bad. Do I have 3 more ways of making food? I don't think so. Yeah. I need 5. Yeah, right. I see where you're going with that, and no. And he's going to start making some rats here. Alright. I need my flyers and my equipment. Right. But I cannot make a lot of food. And he's going to start whack. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I'm going to just take 7 now and see what happens. How does that strike you? That's what we're going to do. He also has 3 cards in his hand. Interesting. So I can make him a 6/7. That's not quite good enough. I can make him a... I can't do the math. That's 3/8. I can make him a 3/8 and double block the giant. I think that's what I need to do. 3/7. Yeah, no help. Or I could just play him. I'm gonna play him as a 6/5, and then I can double block the giant. So, what do you think? Oh, no, I can't hard cast him yet. Yeah. I need 1 more land in order to make that happen. Okay, we passed the turn. Well, if I never block, if I don't block it for 2 turns, I will lose the game. I'm assuming you are saying that tongue-in-cheek, my friend. He's going to be making more rats. To which I say, rats. Alright, I'm going to chump block him with a witch and... indeed. Now I'm going to do the witch and throw a food at him. gosh. Carriage is not terrible. I guess that's what we're gonna do. He's got an awful lot of creatures though, and he's gonna be making more. So I can Yeah. Is there anything here that is an artifact? Rats versus mice. My money is on the rats. Why did I think this cost 8? As Garfield intended. Cute. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that, but let's stick it out just in case we draw some great stuff. So if he blocks with the giant, I will equip my carriage and double block with that and I guess the keeper. If he kills the keeper... Okay. He has a burn spell up. Oh yes. Alright, I'm open to suggestion. So, alright, so I'm gonna block. I mean, this will deal 5 damage, yeah. Chump. Okay, so, sorry, this resolves. Pass 2 blockers. So, we'll block the dragon and we'll chump. And there goes my spider, no doubt. Is there anything I can do about that? I don't think so. Two merchants. One merchant. Not what we wanted. Alright, so we're going to play this guy, of course. And I guess we're going to pass the turn. I think I need to save this for some life gain. Well, it's his turn. Oh, you're saying he'll alpha good game. Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh boy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He has 13 creatures. I have 5, so that's 8. So he can deal me 8 damage. I can gain 3. I'll lose all my creatures, or most of them in the bargain. go. I just wanted to annoy his fox there. Baron Squirrel. It's actually a good name. He has rats. He has bears. He has more bears. He has a fox. Sure, let's block. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if I don't draw anything, I have to draw something super sick in order to have a hope in this game. Let's do this now. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Well, he doesn't know what I have in my hand, but even so, I can't imagine that I would have anything in my hand that would make a difference. Giant Skewer. It's a little too late. I'll go ahead and play it. And is it worth equipping anybody? I can equip him. And swing in for 3, 4, 5. This game is over. In fact, I feel like he's actually just playing with me at this point. Either that or he's being very conservative. Alright. Let's go on to game 4. Yeah. Agreed. By the way, Sacrifice, I am 99% sure that the Vexing Shusher and the Eldrazi are absolutely no problem. The Vampiric Tutor, I'm going to have to pull it out of the deck, in which case I'll simply replace it with something of lesser power or a proxy. I will try to get those out this weekend. Got it? Alright, so let's start with a Swamp. So for those of you, you can probably guess that Sacrifice and I know each other outside of Twitch and Magic. I can get rid of his Jousting Dummy? Do I want to? With either of these. Ugh. Not yet. I can put out a blocker next turn. Yeah. It's okay, Joe. These are all decks that are purely for casual use. So, if I use a proxy, then, you know, that's just as good. That might be worth Reaving Souling. Let's see. Death Touch. Oh boy. I'll be honest, I'd like to get rid of this guy. Because he's Death Touch and he can make him indestructible. Any objections to my... Right. Yeah. He'll get in for an, at least another 2 damage, and well, let's see what happens. Good boy. So the spider will help. Interesting. I think it has to be the spider to slow down the bleeding a little bit. Yep. I do appreciate the offer, Joe, by the way. So thanks for that. So yes, attack me with your... Attack me with both of your creatures. Please. He's not going to do it. Good heavens. Stop it. Oh, what do we got there? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh boy. Return to nature is going to be very nice. Yes. The trouble is I have very little to follow it up with. Yeah, what else does it do? Oh, create. Yeah, I have to. Before he untaps. Destroy target. Is that an enchantment? It's an artifact. So, destroy target artifact. What do you think? Play the midnight or save it? Yeah, that's my feeling as well, but I'm going to be taking... I hope so. I hope so. Well, now he has more cards. Well, that spider's doing good work, but I need more. I need more than just the spider, obviously. Yeah, I do like the caricature for sure. And then we can follow that up with a tree folk, either as a pump or as a creature. If he has his own true love's kiss, then that's gonna hurt me. Well, I don't know if oh, yes, I'm sure you're quite right. I was thinking of the... Yes, I agree. No good with tax. I have nothing else. A witch. Interesting choice in a black-white knight deck. He's got these two foods, which he could chuck at me. I'm not happy about that. Guardian. Okay, so we can do a lot here. We can do the Guardian. We can do the, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't do both of these. I think I like the Guardian and draw a card. Are we agreed? Sounds good. So we'll have a deal to him. Okay, well that's the extra card that will enable me to get to whatever is next. I could attack, but then I don't have good blockers for his crackback. And I can't start swinging with this guy. I don't know if I want to. What do you think? Swing in with the Guardian in the absence of anything else? Actually, I could put counters on him and then do it, making him a 6/4. Then he would trade for these two things. Yeah. I can't recur him. I'd have to... No. Does that... I don't think that works. Because he's not in the graveyard. I am attacking with the Guardian. Ah, got it. I thought you meant recur... I thought you meant the Tree Folk. You may just let it through. That's okay too. Interesting. Oh, I forgot about that. Does he have enough to do it? So 3... Yeah, he does. Okay. I forgot about that. I tapped it wrong. I should have... Okay, too late now. Should have been able to play him. I've got 24 cards. He's got 23 cards. Ooh, that's... uncool. Now his flyer can come in. Okay, I have 8 lands. I could play both of these, or I could play the Guardian and something else. I take it back. I have 9 lands, so that's 6. I could play the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I need to do the Guardian, the Rider, and the Midnight. Does that make sense? Alternately, the Tree Folk for a 6/5 guy. Two, three, 4, that's fine. Okay, let's do the Order of Midnight. And Marrowleaf. This costs 3, so he could bring this to 4, so that means that attacking with him would trade. What do you think? Is it worth crewing and trading Carriage for Dummy? I feel like it is. And I need to do it because if he gets me down to 6, I'm going to do it. Hello? Why isn't this working? Oh, come on. God damn it. Sure, let's send these two in. No. Oh, God. Now I'm just going on tilt because the system wouldn't let me tap it. Now I'm throwing my 2 mice away. Yeah, you know... As I said, I'm on tilt because it wouldn't let me crew this, the carriage. Well, that was just stupid. It wasn't really stupid. I lost my cool because I was unable to equip. Very annoying. Alright, well, he's going to hit me for 2 more. Yeah, okay. So 8, 9. So he can pump him 4 times. Alright, so I have to attack with my Guardian, the Rider. Okay, that's a problem. Because he's going to have a big flyer. Ugh. Golden egg, that's interesting. Sure, let's see if we can draw something. Like a transformation. Food is always tasty. Draw 2 more. 4, 5, 6, 7. This costs 3. Right. Okay. So let's do that. I need to force the dummy to block it. There we go. Yep. That was easy. Okay. And I have to move this along because I'm almost out of time. Okay. We're going to sack a food to make the dummy block the... to make a dummy block the rider. And then attack with everybody, sure. And then I'll follow up with the tree folk. 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, what is this? 7, 8, 9, 13. And then I'll still have a blocker. Ah, close game. Okay, and we need our blocker. 1, 2, 3. That's it, that's game, because he can deal me the 3. Oh, 1, 2, yeah, close game. I think he realizes it also. Oh, he can still play that as a blocker. Okay, the foreboding. I need more enchantment removal. Well, he drew something. Wow, good top deck for him. So I could go out on my terms by either attacking or foreboding fruit. Wow. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Sure. Let's do it on him. Why not? Adamant. Oh, creative food. And I can still sack this. I have to move this along. Okay. Right, I will. I still need a blocker for this guy. I have no idea how I can with the because I was thinking I need a blocker because I made a mistake. That is a punt. That was a punt. Interesting game though. Thank you for the extra editorial comment, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Boy, you guys are just harsh. Harsh. Okay, Francisco is deciding what to bottom. It was a close game. I'm going to go Marrowleaf Rider and see if we can't get in some early aggro. Follow that up with the Skewer in the hopes of possibly... Or I could draw a card. Yeah, I do like the card draw. Okay. Looks like a Knight's deck. If I could play the knight and the skewer, take 2, or I could play the witch. The witch, yeah, because it can absorb the damage. And we'll follow up next turn with, I don't know, the egg, maybe the egg and the skewer. Is he representing a trick? It sure looks like it. Oh, now I don't know. What's the score? I have 19. He has 17. I'm about to have... Oh boy. If I think I need to chump. Because if he has an aggro deck, then... Or I could go to 13 and he has only 3 cards. Yeah, I am 2 and 2. 2 so far. What do you think? Chump or take 6? I'm going to take the 6 because I can... Yeah, because I can gain some of it back. And here's hoping he has no follow-ups. Oh boy. Why didn't he do that first? I could do this to make him a 3/5. Yeah. Exactly what I was thinking. And he can play a 3/1 guy. Oh gosh. Take 4 or block? I'm tempted to block and see what he does. It's all well and good to make him have it, but then I will have traded my pumped witch for whatever he has. But let's see. I could do the egg and the skewer, or I could pump him. I could pump him to make him a 3/3. Or I could do the egg and see what I draw. Yeah. Fruit. I could play the skewer and take 4 on the next turn. Yeah. Oh. Foreboding fruit. I'm gonna take a lot of damage though. Wow. No attackers. I am going to chump. And he has at least 1 drop. So much for the death touch. There we go. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think it has to be my 6 drop. So I need him to stay at 3 land if I'm to. So much for that. If I'm going to have a reasonable chance of pulling this out. If I survive. Play Acolyte and crack. I think it has to be the double striker. Yeah. If he has a trick, then okay. Oh boy. It's like his entire deck is made up of combat tricks. No, that's game. Unless I can draw 2 chump blockers. Or play 2 chump. I guess I can. No, I can't. Isn't that interesting? 5. I can play him for 6 and him for 3. And I can game 1, 2, 3. Crack 2 food, sure. He's gonna have to chump block something. Yeah. Yeah, anything else, I die on the next turn. Let's do it now, while I'm thinking of it. Sack it, gain 2 life. So, Francisco, I hope you're having trouble beating me into a bloody pulp. Oh boy. Do I have anything that's worth bringing back? I have a Death Striker, a Death Toucher rather. 4, 5, 6, 7. I can play 1 creature. And I'd have to bring it back, or I could play him. Are there any outs? I don't see any outs, my friends. Any outs? I see no outs. Bringing back the witch, that'll give me a... That's right, so I play the witch. I can block 1 creature. Yeah, I see what you're doing, my friends. Okay. It'll leave me at 1 life, and I can't imagine what I can draw. So obviously I have to block the ogre. Well, I can't block him. Yeah, it has to be the ogre. I can't imagine what else. And it brings me back to 1. He'll play a couple of creatures, or 1 creature at least. I need some of my creatures. I can play him, and that's it. So I didn't see that out before, but all it did was buy me 1 extra turn. Too bad he can't block, but such is life. Again, any outs? I see no outs. 4. Yeah. I don't see any other outs. And that is it, my friends. Make him discard. Yeah. We were. So in all these games, I did not see Kenrith's transformation at all. Interesting. Anything good? Another order. I already have a bunch of those. Deathless Midnight. A Midnight Clock. That's interesting. It was right. I agree with that. I feel like it was a med deck. I did mess up on that 3rd game, the 3rd or the 4th game, and so be it. I let the pressure get to me, and I think that's going to do it. Let me see if there's anybody to raid. And the answer is no. So I say thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you all for your great advice, as always. To those of you who resubscribed, thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful. I am much in your debt. Take care, Sacrifice, and everybody else. Have a great day, and I look forward to our next stream, which I'm pretty sure is going to be on Friday. Keep an eye on my scheduling widget for an update. So long, everybody. Thanks again.